you could be doing everything right and still be broke in 20 years. Budgeting. Saving. Working overtime. Skipping the coffee. And your net worth? Still basically zero. That's not bad luck. That's a system working exactly as designed, just not for you. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The average American works about 90,000 hours in their lifetime. And most of them retire with less than $200,000 saved. Not because they're lazy. Not because they're bad with money. Because they were taught to optimize the wrong number. You were taught to chase a bigger paycheck. But a paycheck isn't wealth. It's just fuel that burns the second it hits your account. And if you don't understand the difference, you can work your whole life and still end up starting from zero. Let's talk about Maria. Marketing manager. $78,000 a year. Lives in Ohio. By every normal measure, she's doing well. She has a 401k. She pays her bills on time. She even has a good credit score. If you asked her friends, they'd say she has it together. If you asked her, she'd say the same thing, right up until the moment she actually sat down and looked at the numbers. But here's the part that surprised her. But here's where it gets worse. Maria ran the numbers last year and realized that after 12 years of working full-time, her actual net worth was $14,000. 12 years. One number. And it wasn't because she overspent. It's because almost everything she earned went toward appearing stable: rent, car payments, minimum debt payments, instead of becoming stable. Insight number 1, income is not wealth. Wealth isn't what you earn. It's what you keep, and more specifically, what you keep working for you. Most people spend their whole career optimizing the first number and ignoring the second. They chase raises. They chase promotions. They chase the next title. And every time the number on the paycheck gets bigger, they feel like they're winning. But nobody ever taught them to check the other number, the one that actually determines whether they retire with options or retire with anxiety. But that's not even the worst part. Insight number 2, debt payments feel like progress. They're not. Every month Maria paid her car loan, her credit card minimum, her student loan. She felt like she was handling her money. But debt payments don't build anything. They just stop the bleeding. You can be financially responsible for a decade and still be running in place the entire time. And this is the part nobody talks about. Insight number 3, lifestyle creep is invisible until it's not. Every raise Maria got, her spending quietly rose with it. A nicer apartment. A better car. Small upgrades that felt earned. None of it felt like a mistake in the moment. That's what makes it dangerous. It never feels like a decision. It just feels like life. If you're still watching, this next part changes everything. Here's where Maria, and most people, get it completely backwards. She thought her problem was that she didn't earn enough. But the real reason is completely different. The truth is, more income without a system just means more spending, more taxes, and more lifestyle inflation. Studies on lottery winners and pro athletes show the same pattern again and again. A much higher income doesn't guarantee lasting wealth without a structure underneath it. Maria didn't have an income problem. She had a direction problem. Every dollar that hit her account had no job. So it drifted toward comfort, toward convenience, toward things that disappeared by the next paycheck. And here's the uncomfortable part: this isn't a Maria problem. It's not even a discipline problem. It's a design problem. Nobody sat her down in school and taught her how to build a system. She was taught how to get a job. Nobody taught her what to do with the money once it arrived. That sounds simple, until you see what happens next. Maria didn't get a raise. She didn't win anything. She didn't cut out avocado toast. She did one thing differently: she gave every dollar a job before it arrived. Insight number 4, automate the decision, not just the saving. She set up automatic transfers the day her paycheck landed, a percentage into a retirement account, a percentage into an emergency fund, and only what was left became spending money. No willpower required. No daily decisions. The system did the discipline for her. Insight number 5. Assets that earn while you sleep matter more than the size of your paycheck. A modest amount, invested consistently for 20 years, grows in a way that a slightly bigger salary never will. It's not about the amount. It's about direction and time. Maria started with $200 a month. Not impressive. Barely noticeable in her budget. But it had a job. It went straight into an index fund before she ever saw it in her checking account. And slowly, quietly, it started compounding, building in the background while she lived her normal life, went to work, paid her bills, and barely thought about it. That's the part that's hard to believe until you actually watch it happen. Here's what nobody tells you about financial stress. It's rarely about how much you make. It's about the quiet, constant feeling that your money has no plan, that no matter how hard you work, you're still one emergency away from starting over. That feeling doesn't go away with a bigger paycheck. It goes away when your money finally has direction. Maria didn't fix her life by earning more. She fixed it by making her income answer to a system instead of her mood. She still has bad days. She still gets stressed about bills sometimes. Nothing about her life became perfect overnight. But underneath all of that, there's something new, a quiet kind of confidence that comes from knowing her money is moving somewhere, even when she's not thinking about it. So if you take one thing from this, take this. Stop asking, how do I make more money? Start asking, where is my money actually going, and does it have a job? 2 steps, starting today. Automate one transfer, even $50, into something that grows, the same day you get paid. Track your net worth once a month. Not your income. Your net worth. That single number will tell you the truth your paycheck never will. Because the goal was never to earn more. It was always to finally have something that works for you, even while you're not.